summers ago.
2 years ago, I met Tamika, I think the middle of July. I can't lie, the first time I saw her, she was looking fly. Matter of fact, I was getting cigars, she was too. I kept playing ass girl, say, what you about to do? Went to the counter, paid ass 5D, she started looking funny. Didn't pay no mind, I said, I got you, pulled out my money. Step back outside, we conversating, I'm checking out little mama. Had a session at the studio, so I got Tamika's number. 2 months passed, I called on the Tuesday, 2:30 on the cool. T. Jones answered, said Tamika has made home from school. School. Ma'am, if you don't mind me asking, how old is your daughter?
Met baby girl in the projects, it was summertime. Daisy Dukes with a halter top, Duke and Brace talking DUI. Knuckle down, I'm pulling over to the curb. I asked how old she was, she said I was grown. I said word, proceed with Eagle Feed, quoting lyrics from my people, talking about the Millennium sold out, Cadillacs and Regals. Her whole conversation was about the lick. Say she from the city where we from, she want to represent. Licking her lips, and for a sip, smoking black and mild. Looking at her thigh, she pointed out, tatted stepchild. You with that? Represent that. Careful what you ask for, these streets ain't playing. You hit corners with a grown ass man.
Tamika started fast, but finally slowed up. Thought she was grown, cause her chest and butt was swole up.
Careful what you ask for, these streets ain't playing. You hit corners with a grown ass man.
Tamika started fast, but finally slowed up. Thought she was grown, cause her chest and butt was swole up.
She'll get caught up in a cycle, hollering at a pimp. Her mama standing in the door, signaling, come here. Sundress, hair done in cornrows, contacts make her look Creole. She said she done look Benny hair once or twice before. I recognized the face, she said I dance, I know. I told him, come on, both of them, let's go. Tamika, look.
People think Tamika tripping now, cause Tamika stripping now. But Tamika ain't crazy now, Tamika got a little baby now. She learned too much early. Everybody know what Tamika. When she was 15, her mother was 30. Everybody know what Tamika. I ain't mad at you, just be careful and do what you do. Tamika, take care of that hard-headed son and get your revenue.
Careful what you ask for, these streets ain't playing. You hit corners with a grown ass man.
Tamika started fast, but finally slowed up. Thought she was grown, cause her chest and butt was swole up.
Careful what you ask for, these streets ain't playing. You hit corners with a grown ass man.
Tamika started fast, but finally slowed up. Thought she was grown, cause her chest and butt was swole up.
Look at you looking like that today. Look, mama, hey, what's your name?
Tamika.
Quit looking at me like that, baby girl. They say you just 15. Done told me about you look like you just too fine for your own damn good. But you can call me back when you hit 18 and I'll take you to the crib in the hood. Look at you looking like that today. Look, mama, hey, what's your name?
Tamika.
Quit looking at me like that, baby girl. They say you just 15. Done told me about you look like you just too fine for your own damn good. But you can call me back when you hit 18 and I'll take you to the crib in the hood.
Careful what you ask for, these streets ain't playing. You hit corners with a grown ass man.
Tamika started fast, but finally slowed up. Thought she was grown, cause her chest and butt was swole up.
Careful what you ask for, these streets ain't playing. You hit corners with a grown ass man.
Tamika started fast, but finally slowed up. Thought she was grown, cause her chest and butt was swole up.
LOSbeats.com.
Suppress my feelings, I'd rather y'all kill me so I can shout to the heavens till one of them angels hit me. When you standing on the top, all you can do is look down, but I'm on the ground looking up, so all I can do now is push. Yeah, I gotta hustle, I gotta grind, I gotta struggle through the labyrinth of life, and every turn is a new puzzle. So I'm looking to these heavens, yeah, they help me, but they offer no rebuttal. So I push, I gotta hustle, I gotta grind, I gotta struggle through this labyrinth of life, and every turn is a new puzzle. So I'm looking to these heavens, yeah, they help me, but they offer no rebuttal. So I say, air do wanna make moves. Hot-headed niggas wearing ice just to keep cool. The niggas that can't fight keep tools. You gotta keep one too, for the fact anybody could try you. I said that anything can happen, could be gone in a minute. So from dusk till dawn, put on until I'm finished. I'm striding through life like a nigga long-winded, never sprinting, searching for that meal ticket. I ain't trying to miss it, cause life's real, and it always gave me chills. But as you get older, it gets colder. I got this knife in my back with the devil on my shoulder. I'm waiting for my angel to guide me right on the other, but he never showed up, and I'm tired of looking over and my chest blown out. The cold got my heart iced over. Emotions keep you from progress. I'm focused on getting closer. I'm that kid he wondering where they say he not supposed to, so I push. Yeah, I gotta hustle, I gotta grind, I gotta struggle through the labyrinth of life, and every turn is a new puzzle. So I'm looking to these heavens, yeah, they help me, but they offer no rebuttal. So I push, I gotta hustle, I gotta grind, I gotta struggle through this labyrinth of life, and every turn is a new puzzle. So I'm looking to these heavens, yeah, they help me, but they offer no rebuttal. So I feel hope, music could be as for a leaf clover. Body high, but his spirit so sober, cause he realized inside he couldn't be any lower. Just trying to wake my soul up. Like foe just put me on the front line, trained to die. See, they play me for a pawn, not a soldier. I don't live life for direction, survive to stay alive, never to take orders. Live life miserably and smile like everything's alright. Man, no the fuck it isn't. I was reborn, reformed in my chrysalis, so y'all gon' fucking listen. I will never be nobody's bitch. I'm committed to rolling solo, putting my trust in no one. No love, definitely no road dog. I'm taking roll calls, saying fuck all y'all. Point blank, no need to repeat. Obviously I'ma do me, the rest of the world can control or delete as I push. Yeah, I gotta hustle, I gotta grind, I gotta struggle through the labyrinth of life, and every turn is a new puzzle. So I'm looking to these heavens, yeah, they help me, but they offer no rebuttal. So I push, I gotta hustle, I gotta grind, I gotta struggle through this labyrinth of life, and every turn is a new puzzle. So I'm looking to these heavens, yeah, they help me, but they offer no rebuttal. World on my shoulders keep me down, but these drugs keep me up. Cold war freezing my soul, fire in my belly heat me up. The lean slow me down, my dry speed me up. Low life in disguise, all I can do is look up. This dream of eating got me hungry, envious of those above me. Life ugly than a bitch, and she always trying to fuck me. No stuffy running belly, rumbling, feel it in my tummy. World got me sick, the cold coming. I wish I was cold-blooded, so I could just say fuck it and fuck everybody but me. I'm tired of being unlucky, this world will play you for puppet. Manipulate your movements, you trying to influence the public. They trying to keep me close like luggage since the city was plumage. Then they find that gold nugget among the rubbish. I swear when them dollars coming that I ain't gonna have no budget. All of my people getting something. Cause I wasn't pushing for nothing, so let's go, I push. Yeah, I gotta hustle, I gotta grind, I gotta struggle through the labyrinth.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Man, happy Monday, happy Monday. What's going on, everybody? It's Monday. I know it's the worst day of the week to most people, but when you're doing what you love and living how you like, we love it out here in Monday land. What's going on, Mr. 214?
Oh man, it's another day in paradise, man. It's another day in paradise, man. And that's just what it is, man. It's just another beautiful, blessed day, man. It's Monday. Let's get it going.
Hey, man, it's lovely. It's lovely, man. It's lovely over here on the rainbow side. I love it. I tell everybody, I smile every day. God wake me up. But Mondays, for some reason, put me in this nature, man. And I just be like, I can't wait till Monday come. Man, I got some great topics, man. But let's talk about the weekend. How was your weekend? How everything go for you?
Man, it was a little stressful, but I made it through it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. Yeah.
It was a blessing.
Hey, and that's all I can count it as, because when I called you on Thursday about the studio, I was on fire.
I know it. Broke in, dumbass niggas can't even
I was on Fire. Hey, and couldn't they got so mad, man, because they couldn't break through. We got the reinforced lock. So when you lock it, it goes straight through the wall. So you dang near got to kick the wall in to get through there. So, but it do damage the wall. If they kick it long enough, it will break your drywall or stuff like that. So you just gotta deal with the damages of that, which is insurance. So I'm kind of happy about that nothing got taken. But hey, it is what it is. I just wish they would have just
But that's
stayed at
nigga
home.
shit.
Right, right.
Yeah, but
Security,
that was nigga shit.
right. Security guard felt like he could have his homeboys run up in there while he was on shift because he didn't came and took a tour of our building, but not knowing how it actually operates. That's the crazy part. But other than
Right,
that, man, it was lovely.
right.
Like other than that, it was a lovely weekend for me. But let's get on and let's talk about what we came on here tonight to talk about. As y'all saw, I've been posting some crazy topics today. But hey, if I don't do that, I just wouldn't be Jason, right? I just wouldn't be who I am.
That's right. That's
So
right.
today, guys, we
Right.
don't have any guests coming on the show. Everybody who's coming on is a panel of people that I invited on. We're gonna try to do this after every 5 shows. I'm gonna try to do a panel of people that we bring on that we just talk about some real topics that's happening in the US today that I don't see nobody talking about. I see a lot of people pushing dumb shit and pushing entertainment shit, but they're not pushing the real conversations that need to happen. So, hey, I guess I'll be that person. Hate me, like it, love it, hate it, disagree with it. I don't care. This is Real Talk with Jason Dixon with my co host 21 Joe, and we're going to get into some of the stuff we
Yeah.
talked about, right? So, some of the things that we're going to address today is there was a video, man, and I think I tagged you in it, or I may not. I don't know. I just be putting it up there so fast sometimes. It was a video, and the little girl is sitting on the couch with her mama, and she comes and she tells her mom, like she would. I would probably would have did the same thing, right? I probably would have came in there. We probably would have came to our parents like, hey, I'm at school getting talked about because they done saw your OnlyFans, and this girl couldn't have been nothing but 9.
Yeah.
But one of her
Man.
peers came up to her and was like, hey, we saw your mama on OnlyFans. How they saw it, I don't know. Never got discussed. But the girl went back to her mom and said, I want to move to my grandma's until you get rid of your OnlyFans. And the mom, I don't want to get that deep into it until I get everybody on, but basically the mom basically blew her off. And I was like, whoa. And the kid was like, I want to
Whoa,
move to my
wait a minute.
grandma's. Right.
Oh man, that's just so disappointing on just all aspects of the whole conversation. Cause you talking about a mom, you know what I mean?
Right.
You gonna keep something and you can put on something else. That's nothing. What do you mean? Oh man.
Absolutely. And then another topic that I got was man, it's crazy. So another topic that came and got sent to me was they were talking about Candace Owens, which I do love her. I don't care what anybody else say about her. That woman brings truth. She brings conversation to the table that needs to be talked about. She don't care if you hate her or like her. The point is to make us talk about it, right? So she brought a conversation to the table where she said women are being socially engineered. Now catch my key word: socially engineered to hate men, and men are being socially engineered to be gay. And I agree
Sound
with
like
her 100. You said, what top you froze for me? What'd you say? You froze at the moment.
it sound like she been on my page.
All right. That's what I said. Is she following me or am I following her? That's exactly what I said. Another topic that we want to get into and dive deep into today, as my guests start to come on, if they come on. If not, I love talking with my brother, so we can always talk about it. Another topic that we talked about was a woman comes in her home where her husband, 1, pays all the bills, 2, take care of her. She doesn't work. She doesn't do anything. She went out with her homegirls, I guess one night far down the line. I mean, prior to her coming to this video, and she came in this day and told her boyfriend she was pregnant. He said, how? She said, and instead of her being like, it's yours, at least she didn't lie about it. She said, and I give her credit for that, but she said, I was drunk with my friends the night I went out. He started touching on me and kissing on me, and it just kind of accidentally happened. And her key word was, I got wet. That was it for me. That was the rap for me. And then proceeded to tell him that he could be a good stepdad.
Like hell. Like the holy fucking
Wow.
hell.
He proceeded to tell her that she could get out. But I commend him because he didn't try to put his hands on her. He grabbed her one time to tell her to get out, but after she resisted, he didn't get upset. He was just like, I don't know what we're talking about. You can leave. Don't pack up nothing. Don't do nothing. I will pack everything and get it to you. Just get out my house.
That's right.
Right? So then
absolutely right thing.
Absolutely. In my eyes, I'm like,
get your dirty leg ass away from me.
And so then the last thing is something that's very serious, and I can't believe nobody across any platform is talking about it. I just really can't believe that. I can't believe that this part at all. So when I say this, guys, I say this with a heart that's hurt. I know that we talk about serious topics and we laugh at certain things, but this one right here was something that when I say there's an agenda to affect our kids, I need you guys to listen up and quit trying to argue that fact, because that fact is absolutely true. Whether it's women saying that they want to just be moms and they're not even putting a man into the equation, they're just going to a sperm bank and getting the sperm when they don't need to. What I'm about ready to tell you now, a second grader in North Carolina was found hanging. He was literally hung by a fourth grader in his own school.
Wow. What the fuck happened there? And the hell happened there?
Right. So that was some of the things that I wanted to talk about today. That's why I didn't want to have any guests, because I don't want to put anybody else who's not going to speak their mind in a position to where they may hurt their own platform or they may hurt themselves.
Right.
That I didn't want to drag anybody into those type of conversations, because as you can see in my topics, I'm going to hit some things and you're going to actually hear me say some things that may get me canceled. I don't know, but I don't want to put that on anybody else.
They can't cancel us. They can get mad, but they can't cancel.
Absolutely. But I'm just trying to make sure that we keep everything to where everybody sees it for themselves, handle business for themselves, and understand that we are going to talk about the truth over this way. At least on my show, I do have a lot of other shows on my network, on our network, and we do have shows coming on our network who don't probably see things the same way. But one thing about Nostalgic and one thing about Nostalgic podcast, we're going to speak what is truth, whether you like it or not. And I think we're all grown and can have a conversation about what we want to discuss, right? So what we're going to do is take a commercial break right now, come back in, and I'm going to bring my other man onto the stage, Mr. Woody Wood. I got other people that's going to be popping in and out as they get off of work, but we're going to talk about these topics tonight, and like it or not, we want to hear y'all comments. We want to hear people jump on the show. So let us know what it's about. And if nobody jumps on, guess what? They're going to see it when we repost it anyway. So it don't matter. And that's where I live, in this open world. So here's some, we're going to get out of here and get some commercials ran, pay some bills today, and we're going to be happy about ourselves, right? This is Real Talk with Jason Dixon. And Mr. Two.
Hi, Dad. This is our maker's moment, and we make it remarkable.
Next rhyme, storylines about a friend of mine. I guess we'll call him Lil Johnny this time. Now Lil Johnny lived a life of a hard knot, have not. Project born, raised by the dope spot. Now mama did what she could, but the grind was hard. The last thing he wanted to do was break T. Jones hard. But in the process from growing up order, man, sometimes you lose just your reality, know what I'm saying? Now at the age of 13, Johnny saw his pop shot by a crooked cop while he was cutting school, posted on the block. So understand me when I tell you he done seen some things. Like we be popping it, baby, the Johnny Woods game. Raised in Dixon on that Trey 5-7 beat, where every
SessionLawGroup.com. That's SessionLawGroup.com. If you've been hurt in an accident, I'd like you to go to SessionLawGroup.com right now. Call Robert. He will help you take care of all of your medical bills, get your rental car, and get you paid for your pain and suffering. And there is no out-of-pocket expenses. That's SessionLawGroup.com. SessionLawGroup.com.
Stay mad. I need you to set me free because it hurts so bad. When you're loving me, no one could ever take your place. But when you're hurting me, it hurts so bad. I can't stand to see your face. I hate you, but I love you at the same damn time. Because the love that we be making got me losing my mind. Those nights you stray, the words you say, I just can't make up my mind. Sometimes I think I hate you, but I love you at the same damn time. I don't wanna live without your loving, babe. No, I don't. But how can I forget the way you hurt me, baby? The way you every time we fight, I'm ready, so ready to move on. But when we make love, sweet love, I can't wait to come back home. I hate you, but I love you at the same damn time. Baby, cause the love that we be making got me losing my mind. Those nights you stray, the words you say, I just can't make up my mind. Sometimes I think I hate you, but I love you at the same damn time. I hate you, but I love you at the same damn time. Baby, cause the love that we be making got me losing my mind. Those nights you stray, the words you say, I just can't make up my mind. Sometimes I think I hate you, but I love you at the same damn time.
There we go. Now it went back out. Whatever you touched.
Can y'all hear me? My bad.
Can now.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm sorry, man. I had technical difficulties. I got my man Woody Wood, the super cheetah on Southern cheetah on the show, talking with us today. Welcome to Monday, man.
Hey, what's up with it? Thank y'all guys for having me. Thank y'all for having me. This
No,
is your man, Woody Wood, the Southern Cheetah. Super Cheetah. You dig? What's
right,
up? What's up with it? Thanks for
man.
having me, guys.
So, man, I want to jump right into my first topic because I'm anxious to get to that last topic. But I'm gonna stay in character. I'm gonna stay in character.
Okay.
so,
Okay. We ain't got to know.
so on the first topic, the little girl, y'all. Now, here's the whole story. The little girl sat on the couch. She said, "Mom, I need to talk to you." The mom sits down next to her. She says, "My friend, who was the same age as her peer, came to school and told her that I saw your mom's OnlyFans and she was nude."
Ah,
And the little girl said, "I want to go to, if you want to see the video, it's on my page." But the little girl said, "I want to go." And I actually just uploaded it to our YouTube page shorts. She said, "I want to go live with my grandma, or either you stop OnlyFans." And the mom proceeded to say, "Why are the kids your age even on OnlyFans? So they must see it from somebody else's. It doesn't matter how they saw it. If I'm your child to me and I'm telling you that my friends in my school are telling me that they saw you naked and they're talking about me and they're coming after me, you as a parent should be like, hey, I got it. Like, quit playing. I'm your child, and you're sitting. That's what I mean, man. We are totally out of morals and character around here because we're chasing a dollar. We don't care about what our kids' feelings are anymore. We don't care how our kids look. We don't care about our family name when we walk outside anymore. It doesn't mean nothing. What do you guys
Nope.
think?
Nope. Just your nickname from the block.
Right. That is something that,
That's it. Just your nickname from the block. Yeah.
right. Because we are so busy chasing a dollar. If my son would have ever came up to my wife or my daughter, I would have grabbed my wife by her. I don't care if we were making $1 million on here. Now you are putting our kids in jeopardy behind this. And believe me, if one little girl said they saw it, believe hey, I was in high school. I remember one of my friends in Dallas when my dad got drafted. I remember one of my friends' parents was a porn star, and we found the porno tape when I was in junior high. And when we found it, we showed it to everybody. So just imagine what that little girl is going through.
What I don't get the part. Go ahead,
No, Will was just
Wood. Oh, what I was gonna
reacting.
no, say
okay.
that's
Well, what I was
that's. Go ahead, Top.
well, the miraculous part is the no responsibility for the mother to hide nothing. You know, when you grown people do grown up shit. That's kiddie shit. You don't do nothing to where your kids can get a hold to it and all that. That means you need to upgrade your game.
Right.
Everybody doing the same thing. Everybody doing the same thing. She ain't seeing they kid, they mamas and daddies on they shit.
Absolutely. And I'm not saying that she got to go away from it, but to address her daughter, in,
I'm saying,
hold on, I'm
it's
here.
just incredible for her to respond the way she did.
Absolutely. And that's my
The way that
biggest
she did.
thing.
It was just incredible for her to respond to her daughter like that about that situation. It was just, huh? Man, I
Right.
can get off of OnlyFans. Don't that
Right.
ain't shit. You know how
Absolutely.
many sites it is to get on? That's ridiculous.
And I'm not saying
That's
she
what
could,
I'm saying. I'm not
and my, even if she would have lied to the little girl, I'm not saying lie to your kids, but when your daughter comes to you or your child comes to you with that type of problem, man, let's be real. These kids aren't built like us. Because back in the days, we could have took that and been like, hell yeah, but we got a nice car and a nice house, whatever. We would have had comebacks. These kids aren't built like us back, like we were back then. we have to protect them
Well, no,
even more.
Yeah.
well, the thing is, not be like, cause they can go through what we went through. You know, the parents we got now, and that's the sad part. This is some of the kickback of it. You know, we buy them stuff so they'll be happy. We don't make them happy. You know what I mean? Happy
Right,
is not a feeling. Happy is what you get. Happy is I got that. That makes me happy.
right.
Really?
And that's one of the biggest things. That's what I keep trying to get people to understand is when that little girl, when I saw that video top, I was like, oh, we got to talk about this because that little girl, you saw her
Yeah.
face. If you look at the video, it's like she's almost in tears. And her mom's excuse was, what are your friends even doing on OnlyFans? What? That's the first question you got.
Well, the thing is, that's a normal adult response, but that's not the response you get to your daughter.
You got to scoot up some top because whenever you back away, you fade
That's a
out.
normal. That's a normal response, but it's not the response that you get to your daughter at that moment. It's like, where's the parenting skills, the responsibility of raising this little girl up and being a lady? Where's
Right.
the responsibility? That's just incredible for her to respond to her daughter like, what? Yo, man. Whew, man.
That's what I'm
Lying, man.
That's why I'm saying. That's why I wanted to be. I knew that you were gonna have it because I'm like, bro, if I would have been married to her, if my daughter would have came to me and told me this, and I would have went in there with her mom, closed that door. Hey, look, I don't care what we making. You need to go invest in a business, invest in something. So here's my whole key. I don't care what people do. That's never been my perspective on anything, right? But my whole thing is that you do things. So when you sell drugs, you didn't sell drugs to say I want to be a drug dealer my whole life. But not when we was growing up, we sold drugs to fix the situation, to put money aside, to be able to walk away and say, let's start a business. Let's build company businesses. Let's go do
That's
this.
right.
But we didn't sell to be like I'm 48 years old still pushing drugs.
Right. Right.
Like
Right.
if you do
Right.
OnlyFans, then great. But what is your end goal? Because you are going to get older. You are, and if you're going to go into porn, then go into porn.
The thing
But in
is,
the mind of our
ways,
kids,
it's just so many ways. It's just so many ways for somebody adult to do something. What do you mean you not gonna get off of fans on it for your daughter? What are you saying?
right,
Man, that's just incredible, man. It really is.
right, and
Wood,
go ahead.
tell me
What?
what. Tell me, I want Wood to chime in on this, man. Wood, tell me what you think, man.
You can look at that from a whole lot of I look at it like Jason, but then I would ask her, I would rethink first of all, what kind of friends you have that's on OnlyFans? You know what I'm saying? What kind of friends? Who, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that the child was wrong, but what kind of friends that you have? Did an adult direct her to the OnlyFans? I
But,
mean,
it could have been one of her friends, and the dad might have slipped up on it, or somebody came across it. Or what if they would have been on social media because they advertised their OnlyFans on social media, and somebody saw it and said, "Hey, let's go look and see if we can find her." And then they went and found her. So we don't know that scenario, so I can't speak on that. My
but at the
thing
end
is,
of the day, it's wrong. It's wrong at the end of the day because the daughter found out, and like Top said, there's too many ways to do things nowadays to where your kid don't have to find out. I agree with that. And I agree with you said also about say I have to go say, babe, you gotta do something else. Say you gotta put that money elsewhere
yeah.
or something like that.
Because now it's starting to affect our kids because top, my whole thing is you know how sensitive boys are when it comes to their mom when they get older. Because
Damn right.
my mom's beautiful, and I know when I was in high school, you know how many fights I got into because my mom stayed at our school supporting me, and motherfuckers would be like, "Oh man, your mama bad. If I could talk to your mama, Jason, man, I beat y'all up. Y'all better get off my mama, bro." So just imagine if she was a little boy and the little boys at school saying, "Hey, I saw your mama naked. I'm gonna come spend the night at your house." Like you couldn't come to my house, bro. You just ruined my whole friendship because I'm gonna have to find all new friends. Can't none of y'all come to my house ever.
Yeah, that's messed up for a child to go through that, man. That's a tough one to swallow.
I just don't stand the part. You want to switch it up, you know, and like we were saying, the incredible part is the child. Now she got to be raised. The child has got enough sense to remove herself from the situation because it won't change.
Right.
Think about that. A 9-year-old has got enough sense to say, well, you know, mama, she love this money, these purses, whatever it's doing for her. Whatever they doing, swinging, hooking, I don't know. But she loving this. The little girl got enough sense to say, I want to go stay with grandma.
Right. And she said, when the mom said what she said, she came back. Well, then I'm going to call grandma because I'd rather go live with grandma until you decide to stop doing this. And I was like, kudos to her. And as a mom, you should be hurt. And as a grandma, when my baby calls me as a granddad, and my daughter calls me and tell me this about her mom, I'm on my way. Because me and your mom got some stuff to talk about. And it is going to be with these hands because I'm throwing them. I'm just saying, bro. And not be. And I know we laughing, but do you know how serious that is, my man? Like that is serious. When your kids.
That's a moment. That's a moment in a child's development that she would never get over.
Absolutely.
That whole emotional thing, she gonna be locked there forever.
And you know why? Because when she go to school, it's gonna get brought up.
Yeah.
It's gonna continue to get brought up. Now that they done discovered it, oh, they coming for her. Yeah. And that's my whole. And that's my whole ordeal. They not playing with her. She's telling you because she's probably already getting teased about it. And you think, look, here's a question I asked in the midst of seeing this video. At what point, and I think I asked y'all this on a man show when I came on last week. At what point after the 2000s did something called anxiety kick in? Depression got worse. You know why? Because social media and what people are doing for money has created this in our kids. We created fear. We created anxiety. We've doubled that. Not saying that it hasn't always been around. But man, if you told your mama back in our day that you had anxiety, you probably got the shit slapped out of you. And you just went outside and played, and that was the end of it. In the conversation.
I'm finna whip the anxiety at your ass.
Right. You depressed. What you depressed about? My mama would have said something like, what you depressed about? You ain't got no bills. You ain't paying nothing. What are you depressed about? Like, you ain't got no responsibility as a kid but to be a kid, go to school. What are you sad about? Like, these are the things, but we don't look at the actions of the things that we have. So when I told my son, like, don't get your daughter a cell phone until she's 7, 8, 9. Why? Because where is she without you that she needs a cell phone?
Oh, she.
Where your baby gonna be that they need a gold chain on their neck, a gold bracelet on their arm? Where your baby gonna be that they need a cell phone to contact you? If your baby is somewhere to where they're not safe enough to be there, then why did you leave them there? And that's just being real. I'm just, all this stuff that we're doing, and that comes back to what we're talking about. The question I asked the moms on Facebook was, would you stop your OnlyFans if your daughter came to you about this conversation? What would you do?
We have to get somebody from OnlyFans on here and get their opinion on this. Because the money that the mother is making, she will probably try to negotiate with her daughter like a mother. Because those OnlyFans make money. Look here, baby. Damn them kids at school, baby. You see that purse you got, baby? Baby, you see that purse you got? You see when mama pick you up? Don't you see where you be at the weekend? We
What?
be at the malls and stuff. They be at home, baby, watching say they. It's too many ways to look at that. You know,
And I totally 100% agree. That's not what I'm saying.
man,
I know but in my mind as a parent,
yes. As a parent, I had to quit it. It had to stop, man.
if your daughter here's the irony of this all. Your daughter turns 18 years old. She's still living in your house, and you walk in her room and she's doing OnlyFans porn. What you gonna do?
You need to go get your own shit.
But
I'm gonna beat
ain't
my
that
daughter ass.
ain't that being hypocritical though? If you a mom that showed them how to do this, if
Yeah, I thought about that one too when you first asked me, but I ain't wanna, because if the daughter see the mom doing it and making money, that can be a bad reaction to every cause. There's an effect.
right,
Okay, mama, you did it and made money. Now I want to do it and make money. We stayed at the mall. We stayed doing X, Y, Z. Now I want to do X, Y, Z, and I know you had an OnlyFans, and bam, there you go. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely, and that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, at the shout out to Keith Hodge, salute man. He's on right now, but that's what I'm saying. If you do this and your kids see, this is a thing that I have a problem with our society, right? Is we do things, but then if our kids do them, we remember when your parents used to say, "Do as I say, not as I do." Then that is incorrect. Stop doing that in front of me, then I won't have that. I won't want to do it as a kid because
But
I don't.
Jason, you
Go
didn't do it in front of her. They had to find that one up. They had to scratch and find that one, Jason.
I understand that, but let me ask you a question. I know in my house we had to put the kids to sleep when my boys were young, right? We had to
Yeah,
put
yeah.
the kids to sleep to have sex. Why? Because if they were up, they were hearing us. And I'm just being real. And some people don't look at that. That changes your dynamics as a relationship as well, because then
Yeah.
now you can't be as free as you used to want to be free. It's the same thing. I dated somebody living in Dallas, Wood. I don't know if you remember. Remember when I used to be in Fort Worth on the border of Fort Worth and Dallas, where a girl stayed, and I found out she did porn when I was doing all the when I was doing the
Yeah,
and
I remember.
and she got upset with me because I was like, "Hey, okay, I'm good with you making your money, but you got a little boy in here while you in this closet banging on yourself."
Damn.
Huh. Now, if you a kid, now I gotta worry about why my coaches keep wanting me giving me student conferences and shit. Why you gotta keep coming to the school? You know
Because
what I'm saying? Why the principal keep wanting you to come into the office and shut the door without me in there? You know
absolutely,
what I'm saying?
and I ain't even do nothing today. That little girl gonna catch hell, right? The teacher's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, we saw you." Because if the boys talk about it, you don't think. Let's be real, we're all men on this show. If the kids talk about it and one teacher find out, if there's 20 teachers, at least two of them gonna go and look up that OnlyFans. Let's be real.
Heck yeah. And all the coaches gonna go, look, boy, we need to get your mama up here. Boy, you was acting bad today. Hey, we gonna send you down to Mr. 21 Joe office today, and we gonna get your mama up here. We gonna get your mama up here. Yeah.
What you say, Joe? I told you. But do you see where I'm getting at though? So it's like we're not just talking about it, but I know it's a serious topic, but he's absolutely right. If you talk about social construct, what's going to happen is the little kids are talking about it. I hope another video come out that they got called into the principal's office because I want to see the reaction to that. I want to see what happens there because the principal crowd be going to be like, ma'am, do you know that your OnlyFans is floating around our school?
Mhm. And if she from the
But
hood, she
now,
gonna
yeah,
say, "I done made it."
but yeah. See, that's the thing. The daughter was sharp enough to say, "Can I go stay at Granny?"
Right. And that's the reason. And I would have
No,
been and the mom, if you asked me, the mom should have been like, yes. And I'm
And
still
I
going to take
just,
care of you. And I'm still going to do this, but yes, because this is what's supporting us right now.
I just sent you and Granny some money.
Because that'll at least save that little girl from what she has to go through. It ain't gonna stop them from talking about her, but at least she gets another perspective and someone else that she can talk to about it. Because I would have, hey, that's crazy.
Who went to school? Oh man, she done went to Granny. She done switched schools.
Right.
Yeah. She done switch school. Oh, she at Samuel now. You think Bruce ain't nothing know about that? Say 2-1 Joe. Say you got a girl coming up there. Say her mama told. Say man, say.
What you say, Joe? What you say, 2-1?
Say, Jason,
What
Jason, we got a young lady come up there. We know you single, and her mama has an OnlyFans page, and we
nah,
need.
they know that conversation ain't gonna be with me because I don't even support it for those that use it for a lifestyle. Because one of the arguments one of the discussions me and Top even had on our first show was when we talked about if you got an OnlyFans, you can't go around calling yourself a boss. What are you a boss of? Fucking yourself? That don't make any sense to me. I don't care how much money you make. Money don't make you a boss. That just gives you
Wait a second. I'm sorry.
That's all I'm saying. Now, Top, what were you saying? You
I
froze.
was piggybacking on the back of what y'all was. I was just talking about, man, when you making money, money is, you can make money or money can make you, and that's a true statement. And when money makes you, you lose morality. You lose your morals. You don't be rap tight. Because you all about the money. But
Absolutely.
when you lose touch of what's really happening, when you touch of what's really happening, man, some bad things can happen to you, And people sit and laugh and talk and all that. Look at some of our celebrities and superstars and athletes, that had hundreds of millions of dollars and broke right now.
Right.
How is that holy hell possible? When you come from where we come from and the way we came up, and nobody's complaining because God's been good to me. But if I could get a coach at any point of my life to be worth $100 million,
Right.
I don't think I'd ever be broke.
Me neither.
I don't think I'd ever be broke.
Because if you know how to make it, you ever hear the saying that says God won't give you $1 million if you can't even manage 300. That's the deal. These people are becoming so rich so fast that they don't have to learn the levels and the lessons that being poor teaches you. Because being poor and hustling even teaches you that you got to save money, stack your bread, put bread behind, put stuff in a savings account. Everybody don't got it, but here's the thing that I tell most people. Put $20 away every time you get paid. Do that for a year and watch how much money you sitting on. It don't have to be a lot. Just try it.
Yeah.
Right.
You
So
just have to pay yourself. Whatever it is, it can be $5. Just put it over there in that shoe. That same $5 every time you get some money. Not with just when you get paid. Every time you
when
get
you
some
get some
money for
money,
something.
absolutely.
Put $5 in the shoe. Don't think about it. Just put $5 over there. Every bet you make, every time you do something, somebody chuck y'all something, put the $5 over there. When you come home from work, put more than $5. Put a 20 over there. Just put it in the shoe.
Right.
Don't fuck with it. Or just put it over there. In the minute, see you have to put it in the shoe and put it in the shoe box. Then in a minute after that shoe box, you're gonna need a bigger box.
Right.
You don't never want to do nothing but just construct it, put it in there. It don't exist. Now you keep doing that as you get forward with life, and you got your money, and you steady trying to manage it, because that's what they call it, managing your money. You put money up that you're not using, you still got your little clothes and whatever you're doing, and boom. But in a minute, now you got 2 boxes.
Right.
See, now you're gonna have to go to the bank or something. See, now I gotta go to the bank. Now it's a big deal. You feel what I'm saying? But
Absolutely.
you gotta be able to support. And so if you're living and you're about to put it, man, you know, so much that's real in life, man, that you can't buy. And it's a feeling, I know it ain't nothing but a feeling, but it's a good feeling.
Absolutely.
Ain't nothing that nobody runs me.
Absolutely. So I want to go on to our other, I'm going to go ahead and run this other commercials because I want to go on to our next topic. I don't want to beat this dead horse, but ladies, I would love to know if you see this later or see this now, please comment on what you would do if your daughter came to you and said that her kids and her friends saw you, not her kids, her friends saw you and saw your OnlyFans, and she wanted to leave your house and go to her grandma's to live until you decide to stop that. Let's talk about it, because man, that's got to be some of the crucialest thing that I ever heard, and I just was like, so wow. If your daughter told you that, why wouldn't you change your life?
That part.
Get. I would like 3 chicken wing with the fried rice. I would like 3 chicken wing with the fried rice. I would like 3 chicken wing with the fried rice. I would like 3 chicken wing with the fried rice. Used to eat Chinese on the late nights. Had to land with a hater who would throw shade wife. Box like an ocean, I ain't think twice. Turn into Larry Bird, homie, that's a great white. Spell victory on the lips, then she get dismissed. When you kiss, tell me what it tastes like. If she ain't thick, then you know the face nice. If it got a switch, then the cake's baked right. Back at HU, used to hit Ho Chi, laid up and cook hard, couldn't get no sleep. Mambo sauce, fried rice, 4 wings. Gotta step around a dope fiend when I leave. Y'all know me, high be smoke free, but I'm higher than the kite that you let go free. Train wreck, peer pressure by the homies. Now I'm sitting in the coop looking like Smokey, acting like I'm finna OD. Brody like chill, you good for real, just a little weed.
Woke up 7:45, whole tears in my eyes. I know gangsters don't cry, but mama, you on my mind. Damn, what did I do to deserve this? Wasn't for my daughter, probably crashed out on purpose. Trying to run from the pain, so I run up a knot. I still remember what you told me, shit'll get off the pot. And shit, I still ain't at the top. So why the fuck the people hate me for the little I got? God damn, wish I could call you baby. Know that 3-piece from Halls used to drive you crazy. I couldn't get that Mercedes, but I got your 300. No job, bad credit, you like, boy, how you done it? Ain't live the life that you wanted, get it together, I promise. Turn nothing into something, I learned that from my mama. Worth of it, worth the torn in myself, we love you. Big biggest obstacles in life couldn't budge. I'm mother, so we in beast mode. Love your fam, protect your fam. That's the G code. Your blood, my blood, so it's up. Only weak fold. Ride together, slide together. That's how we roll. Word to teachers. Yeah, took me 4 years just to write this rap. Like how I'm supposed to put my feelings on a motherfucking track. I say it took me 4 years just to write this rap. Like how I'm supposed to put my feelings on a motherfucking track for you. I made this song for you. I made this song for you. I made this song for my mom. I made this song for you. I made this song for you. I made this song for my mama. I made this song for you. I made this song for you. I made this song for my mama. I made this song for you. I made this song for you. I made this song for my mama. Oh Lord my God, in you I put my trust. Save me from all those who persecute me and deliver me. And may no man destroy what my mother has built. Yeah. 745 whole tears in my eyes.
What up, what up, what up? We are back. Welcome to Real Talk with Jason Dixon, y'all. So we're going to get on to topic. Topic number one kind of had us, that's a warm-up. That was a warm-up. That was something that we just wanted to get out of our chest as men dealing with kids. But topic number two, man, so I found this topic. Somebody sent it to me, Candace Owens, who I highly respect because she do hit some nerves. Sometimes she's not always accurate. And sometimes she do punch some nerves that kind of be like, whoa, you got to ease them into there. But there are some things that she talked about. And one of the topics that I chose today that I put on my page was women are being socially engineered to hate men and men are being socially engineered to be gay. The reason why she made this topic was because there is a group that is being formed, a group of women that are saying that they don't need a man. They don't want a man. They don't care. They even did a commercial where a TikTok video where the lady said, of course I'm a single mom. My baby is going to look just like me. Of course I'm a single mom. We're going to always go spend time at my family's house. But it's not because they had a boyfriend and became a single mom. It's because they chose to go get in virtually in when they inject the baby inside of your egg and then place it inside of you to guarantee pregnancy. Instead of having a man or a relationship, they're saying it doesn't matter. Why? I want to build my career. Why should I have to have a man when all I really want is the family or the baby? So they're going to do that outside of. What happens in that situation that she brought up was then you got a bunch of men. If you have boys, you have little boys being raised around women and taking on women characteristics, seeing what their mom do all the time. And guys, we see this right now. So that it's not like she's touching a nerve that is bad, because we do see little boys taking on more characteristics of their mom and the way they carry themselves, the way they walk. I see it all the time. I talk about it all the time to my fiance, and I talk about it to y'all. Shit, let's be real. I'm real about what I say, that we see this already. So just imagine if they can completely take the men out of the equation.
Well, it would really be something they could, but they can't. But it's just incredible the way we aim kids, and we structuring shit for the kids. The dog and private part. What the dog need a private part for? She 4, goddamn. It's like we got so many things. We introducing them so fast. We got the shortcuts, and it's like when we was talking about the video. Damn, I can't find the video. Oh yeah, they got the shortcut. After they can microwave it. Want it now. I want it now. I want it now. And it should be a dismal law for the family without trying to have a fit. And I don't mean to say boys and girls can't get married. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the procedures that you talking about.
The social. And I want to put an emphasis.
The reason
Right.
why it takes two people to make a the
Go ahead,
reason
Top.
why it takes two people to make a baby is because it takes those two people to raise the baby. Go ahead.
Right. But what I was saying, that's what I want to be clear. I want everyone who's watching this to understand and be clear that I'm talking about social engineering. I'm not talking about what you care sexually, how you do about this, but socially, there is an agenda here to hit both of those, because if you go on social media right now, half of the podcasts are women talking about what they hate about men, right or wrong. I don't take the baby out of the equation.
Yeah.
And then the other part of what you see on social media, what you see on commercials, what you see on movies are more men. You see more men kissing in a show than you do see women on women. Right or wrong? I'll
Right.
be
No doubt.
honest.
No doubt.
So, like she
No
said,
doubt.
it's an agenda to socially engineer us to take this and say that it's okay. And we should just accept it. But if, like I said before, and I say it all the time, where my nose ends, your rights begin. So I have a right to sit back and say, no, I don't have to accept this. I can speak on it. But let's be honest. If you go back and look at half of the posts I put up, I'm getting a charge, I'm getting attacked. I think I'm actually shadow banned on Facebook right now because they're not allowing my posts to reach people. I got 15,000 followers and only getting 16, 17 views on my video because I think they shadow ban me based on what I'm discussing and going back and forth with people about. And I'm okay with that because guess who is blowing me up? TikTok. So I don't care. Yeah, Top, for some reason you're going in and out. It's just like you're not, we can hear you, but it's like you're speaking in a tunnel sometimes. Somebody just pointed that out. But
Okay.
no, I noticed it. Yeah, I noticed it when you back away, it does it. But when you're close, your mic is catching you better. I don't know if it's the mic not picking you up when you back away or what. But no, no problem. I'm just letting you know what they're saying. But no, that's my whole issue is in that situation, I have to agree with her because you see it dead in front of you, but you'll get people that'll be like, nah, that's not happening. The agenda's not happening. Okay, great. The agenda isn't happening for our kids. But just the other day I saw a show in Minnesota, a news report in Minnesota that stated that they are literally filing a complaint with the school board because when you go to the library, you know how they sit down with the kids and they read to the kids. Now there is a transgender man dressed in a dress with a beard, totally corrupt, reading to the kids. I don't care what he does or what he says, but think about an emotional mind as a kid. And they see something like that you are messing with their mental. Right. You're not, I don't care what his sex preference is. I don't care whatever, but you are messing with the kid's mental. Think about it. If your 2-year-old see you do something, don't they mimic you doing it? They see you drive a car, they're gonna mimic that. They see you playing how you drink water. Little boys especially, because guess what? How do little boys learn to use the restroom? You can have a single mom and they will go get their brother and say, hey, can you come and show him how to use the pot correctly? Because they mimic what we do. So if they see something like this, you can say it's not an agenda, but golly, if you're putting it in their faces, by the time they turn to where they really understand it, they're going to be so confused. Right?
Well, that's why politicians and that's why politicians and the way stuff is set up to where they say about 10% is gonna control 90% because you got 90% that's being led and that follows. Now you got another 5% there that's really making all of the decisions, making all of the things go. So when you got just a very small portion you know, they control the narratives and the scenes. And when you say something, common sense ain't common no more, Jay. I
At
don't know.
all.
It's like it's incredible the way that they flip it and try to fight back. It's like it's just common sense ain't common no more, bro. It's crazy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's not, and you're absolutely right. It's like we don't look at that. We rather argue our emotional situation than to talk about what reality is. Reality is there are some agendas being put into place. Reality is that if we don't stand up, we as Christian people or we as believers, let's say that if you don't even deem yourself a Christian, we as believers we got to stand on ground. If we don't stand up for what we claim we pray about and what we claim we talk about, then nobody will. So we just, and the bad thing about it, the Bible even said that if we don't stand on what we do, we're just as bad as the people doing it. For lack of me not knowing the actual verse. So don't mimic that like it's going to be exactly. Don't go try to look it up because it's not like that exactly. But God looks at us just as bad because we know who He is and we understand what what we're told to do. So if we don't stand up for it, we're just as bad as those doing it. Real talk.
Well, you know, it's like wrong is wrong no matter who doing it.
Right.
And if you're not trying to stop it, then you're allowing it to happen. That means you're hippie. If someone can move across the street from you and start a whole house and have kids and all, and you don't do nothing, you don't say nothing, you don't call the police, well, then you hipping them because you're creating an environment for that to focus, for that to grow, for that to manipulate other youngsters. And no, you have to step in. Wrong is wrong no matter who doing it, no matter who doing it.
Absolutely. And that's where I try to make a stand on my show and talk about things like that because I don't care if you don't like me, but if you're really going to be honest with yourself in the conversation, you got to admit the truth, right? You got to at some point be like, okay, he's right. Because like you said, and let's not to beat this dead horse, but in the Diddy situation, I don't agree that they just got him locked up. If your name is on that indictment paper, I think you need to be being walked in and out that jail too. Because if you were at those parties and you saw him doing this to these girls and you didn't report it, hey, guess what? Here's the thing that I try to tell people about the law. If me and Top Dollar if I robbed a jewelry store and Top was in the car with me, whether he knew I was going to do it or not, the police would still be arresting him and charging him as an accomplice. He would have to prove his innocence. You know why? Because he was there. He saw me come out with a bag of jewelry. Whether he participated or not, they would say, but you didn't call us to turn him in. So therefore, you were an accomplice to the situation. That's how I feel about these kids. That's how I feel about what's going on in today's world. Cat Williams said it best that 2024 is ending a reign of tyranny that has been around for years. And that's what people don't want to talk about. I said it. Candace Owens, I love her because she said it. When Barack came into the office is when all this madness started. And now we're coming to an end for it. I hate me, love me, I don't care. Right.
It's well past time. It's well past
It is.
time for us to stand up and put an end to all the little bullshit when it comes to our kids, man. It's time to set the damn thing. Go on with that bullshit. Now, that's enough. The party's over. We're not going to play our way through life because at some point, even all of those people, they want to change.
Right.
If they get 25, 30, 35, 40, they want to change. They be, whoa, I don't want to do this no more. Why not? Is it old now? It's
Right.
not real to you no more.
Right.
No. Hell no.
And I've seen videos where I've seen interviews, I've seen videos where these older trans women are like, I wish I wouldn't have never did it. I wish I would have had an option. That's why I tell you, Top, what you always say. 85% of these people who do this, something happened to them. and they didn't have a choice to decide to do it. But let's talk about the other percentage that are being manipulated into the situation because you see it going on. And like I have a friend who's gay. I have a friend who's gay. He actually works for me on my trucking company. And I even had to have a talk with him, sit down and had a real talk with him and told him, your sons may not act like they know what you're doing, but they know what you're doing because you're doing it in a house where they live. So you keep saying you hope they don't turn out like you, but you are putting a pattern down for your younger son. Your older son may understand, but you're putting a pattern down for your younger son to see that there is no difference if I go this route or that route. And I say it to the T. Like these kids are right, and these kids are influenced by things that we don't think. Like I tell people all the time, Boys Town used to have this social structure that we had to do. It was called social skills, and these are skills, guys, that you don't know that you develop. You don't know that you develop these skills until you get older. But they're skills that you see your parent do that they don't necessarily tell you to do. It's just habits that you develop based on seeing your family do it or your kids do it. So if that is something that they've learned to help kids structure so they can have normal lives, what do you think is happening today when they're seeing men walk around here with wigs and dresses and this is and that? But then if we as real heterosexual parents stand up and say something about it, then we are wrong. Because you should allow your kid. This is my child. I stand on this. When I sent you that video top of Donald Trump saying what he was going to do in his first month in office by revoking some of those laws, giving power back to the parents, you can't help but to applaud that. Because now they're telling us. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I've been on that. I've been on that. You know, the parents has got to be held accountable for their own kids. We need to say farewell to welfare. If we get rid of it, some of this shit will stop. I guarantee you, all that free fucking will stop.
Right.
It just has to stop, man. It has to. It has to. It has to stop.
And that's some of the things that she was talking about when she talked about this social engineered society. And the main part that hit me was when she said men are being social engineered to be gay, because you look at their characteristics, not saying they would turn out to be that way, but the odds are it's great because they're being raised by a mom that they just saw go get their nails done every weekend, go get their hair done every weekend. What happened to the time where dudes used to only go get their hair cut every 2 weeks? Why? Because it was okay to look rough. It was okay to look scruffy. If you're a man out there and you got an older woman, she's going, my fiance says it sometimes like, hey, you can hold off on getting your hair cut. Sometimes I like that rough look. I want that rough look. That's where we've gotten away from that because now men are running to the beauty salon before the women do. They going to get their nail. I saw a video where the dude actually was like, oh, I'm gonna paint my nails. And then when everybody was like, but you're a boy, this other people started getting behind him like it's okay for him to paint his nails. No, it's not. It's not.
Right.
If we would have sat down and let our sisters paint our nails when I was little, my dad would have knocked the shit out of me. And told me, you a boy. Right.
Well, yeah, we didn't allow it. You know what I mean? My dad just didn't allow me to do girls things that he considered to be girl stuff.
Right.
We wasn't allowed. It just
absolutely. That was me. We weren't allowed to do it. We weren't allowed to. If my dad caught us playing with dolls, even if I was playing with my little sister just to play with, he would get mad and be like, "No, nigga. You're a boy. Go do boy things." The thing about it is now we don't let our kids fall. We don't let them get hurt. When they fall off a bike, we rushing them to the hospital like they dead. Like, nigga, he's a boy. Get back up and go wipe that blood off, put a Band-Aid on, and go back outside.
That's right. Head
So,
hurting and all.
And you know that. Man, when you up there talking about, yeah, just give me a minute. The true meaning of rub some dirt on it.
Like they say, if they done CT scans on us before we played football, we lied have been messed off.
Right. Right. We already
Nigga,
was.
we used to call.
Hey,
Yeah.
I don't know what y'all called it,
That
but
shit
we.
used to happen.
I don't know what y'all used to call it, but we used to call it suicide. And we used to play. So in Kansas City, they have these big old islands that separate the road. And we would play in the middle of those islands, suicide. It'd be about 15 of us. You touch that ball, you liable to break a leg because we coming for you.
That's right. That's right. We played throw up tackle around here. And it went down. Throw the ball up. Whoever get it, everybody hitting his ass.
Yeah. And that's what
Ain't
built us.
no
And but now they call that barbaric. Now they say we are barbaric when we do things like that. We're barbaric when we whoop our kids. But those whoopings is what kept our generation out of jail. It was less of our generation going to jail for stupid shit. If we went, it was because nigga we was starving. We had to sell the dope to do it. We was hungry. We ain't just going to jail because we want to. We wasn't robbing motherfuckers. We wasn't trying to come up that way. We was hustlers. We wasn't we was trying to go get it. Yeah, we was trying to go get it out the mud. Now you got motherfuckers out here that rather see you come up and come take from you than to say, hey, how you come up, bro? Come sit down. Can you sit down and get with me so I can come up with you? Real talk. And that's what she meant by that. She's not calling us gay or anything like that. She's just saying, and from where she come from where her husband come from, that's what we're being developed to do.
Well, I'm proud of them gay ass niggas. Gay ass, punk ass, people calling their ass out. Gay ass, punk ass shit. Bullshit. They need to go on with the bullshit, man. Now I ain't bullshit.
And that's just being
Nigga
real.
shit.
Like you can't sit back and keep letting this stuff happen. Like she said, she loved it when her little boy go wrestle with her husband. She loves it, pushes him in there, go do it. She said because as a mom, you're not gonna wrestle with him. You're gonna be like, nah, babe, I'm not gonna do this. Come on, we can go cook or something. That's why these boys are taking on more feminine characteristics, more emotional characteristics. Because instead of you pushing them outside, like I told somebody, I said, look at half of the people that are transgender. I bet you they're gamers. I bet you all they do is sit in their room and play games. They're on all kind of platforms playing video games. And you know why? Because you see it when you look at the porn. You see it when you look at things like that. Like, God, you niggas don't do nothing but sit up on the computer and play anime all day and talk to people online, which talk y'all into doing these things. These parents don't even know if if their kids are talking to predators, people pretending to be kids. Like, you don't know nothing because they're just in their room doing what they want to do. Man, I remember it was a time we couldn't even close our door. Nigga, my mom would have saw a door closing up. My nigga, that door was coming off the hinges.
Snatch your hook out your motherfucking ass.
And
Why who shut the door?
don't let it be a closed door and it's locked. Oh, you dead. That's it.
Oh, no. Don't let it be a closed door and you got it locked and you got company in there.
Oh yeah, it's over.
That point right there.
Right.
Yeah, buddy.
So y'all want to jump into our other topic, man. We're not gonna go to commercial on this one. I do want to jump into our other topic, though. I know we can go on about that topic forever, but I want to talk about. Me and Top called this segment. What would you do if this was you? So, what would you do? Talking to both of y'all. If your girl came home and you paid all the bills in the house, you took care of her, she didn't have to do nothing, but she came home one day and told you, remember that night I went out with my girls? Well, I'm pregnant. You gonna say, how? What do you mean? And she say, well, that night I went out, I was drunk. He started rubbing on me, kissing on me. I got wet. This the whole thing she said. I got wet, and it just happened from there. And then proceed to tell you, don't put her out because she needs you, but you can be a good stepdaddy. What would you do?
And Woody Wood?
Yeah. What would you do, sir?
She out of there. I wouldn't even be able to. She gotta go. She not my wife, is she?
No,
Get
no.
that ass out, man. Yeah, even that man. That's man. That sound like some love and hip hop shit.
Nope. This is a true video. I couldn't tell if it was staged or not, but regardless if it
Damn.
the scenario is something that needs to be discussed. So, what would you
She,
do?
she gotta go. She gotta go with old boy that touched her and made her get wet. She gotta go with her. She gotta go back to him. That's what she need to take her shit to.
But you
Yeah.
can make, but she said you can be a good stepdaddy.
Nah, that's okay. Uh. I had to pass on that one.
Well, now
Stepdad.
what would
That's
I
that
do?
shit.
I probably end up in jail. You know me,
Right.
because that would have triggered me, and I don't
That-
fight women and all that old bullshit. But but if I'm paying all the bills and you need me, why would you even say something? Why would you bring this up? You think I'm that fairy? Oh, okay, it's all right. No, no, no. See that wouldn't. See, she might not. She might should have kept it to herself, cause see, she had to take that to her grave. That'd have been a double murder.
Absolutely right.
Yeah, I might. No, I lied a shot her in the head, took outside, buried in the backyard, planted some roses and shit, and went all the way around the house planting roses. I'd had about 7 of them motherfuckers. Wouldn't have been just no one, you know.
Right.
I'd had about 7 of them motherfuckers. In one, a foot in the other.
And that was the whole thing when she said the part that I broke out laughing on was when she said, and we can get we can what did she say? And he got me wet. I'm like, that is not nothing. Yeah, she got wet. That does not come on, man. And then for you to come back in the house and talk to me about you pregnant, then to say that I would make a great stepdaddy, boy. And he did good. I have to give the guy.
No, it's not mine.
Right. And I was like, I would have to give the guy, I had to give him credit because, yes, he did grab her trying to get her out. But once she hit the floor, he let her go and he just walked away and he said, man, I am telling you to get out. Don't pack nothing. Just go. And I probably would have been like that. I probably wouldn't have put my hands on her, but I would have definitely picked up the phone and called my sister or called my cousin or somebody would have came and got her out of my house. Like literally, I would have called the police. Somebody would have came and got her. Somebody.
I'd have whooped that ass. Motherfucker. No, man. Oh, man. I lied had to. What? That's what I'm saying. I ain't, but goddamn. That's rough.
Oh man.
All the shit and everything. Well, goddamn. Now, he expect a little.
But that goes back to the top. That goes back to the conversation we was having too. When that guy said, when I showed you the video that guy said that women will never get enough because no matter what you do, they come up with a different standard that you have to
I
stand.
believe that.
If they say, I want a man to make 100,000, then next thing you know, they see somebody making 250K. They're gonna be like, I want that. You better go get that. It'll never be enough because, and the reason why I agree with that so much is because that man that I just told you about paid all the bills. She didn't have to do nothing.
But get wet.
But
I think I'd have whooped the ass.
but then for her to
I'm sorry, but
well, for her to
snap, man.
Right. For her to still go out and find somebody else to sleep with, that I can understand if you would have snapped or he would have snapped, I would have had, hey, I agree with it. I can't say because what more could I do? I'm already providing for you everything, doing all your needs, taking care of you. Look, what else do
All
you
this
want
shit
me
you
to
got, all this shit you got on, I bought your hairdo, all this shit, and you got, man, nah, I'd have touched that ass. I'd have touched that ass, man. I'd had give me just a little bit. I'd have touched a what? Hell no.
Right, and that's why I say the things that I say that women just don't get enough. Like like most men say, no matter what you do for a woman, it will never be enough. They're always going to find a different bar for you to reach instead of
For
being
real.
they got. But men aren't the only ones saying it. I have a whole video of a woman who's a doctor and she talks about it. She's a therapist. She says that most of the time when married couples come to her house, come to her office, is most of the time it's the woman because the man will be like, I accept her for who she is. I'm really just trying to love her. But the woman will have this fantasy made up in their head of what they feel like their man should be compared to who they're with. And if you don't meet that fantasy, then all of a sudden everything implodes. And I'm not saying all women, and she said that, she made that very clear. But for the most part, if you dated as much if you dated as much as I've dated, that is the truth. But whose fault is it though? Let me ask that question because society creates girls to play with Princess Barbies. Hey, Disney only exists off of this fantasy that we put in our little girls' heads. That's the whole coexistence of Disney. Because think about what their fortune is made off of Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, Princess and the Bride, Princess and the Frog, Beauty and the Beast. All these people that have the man has to be with a stout chin, but he can't be fat. I'm like, y'all want a nigga, the dream nigga, like Charleston White said. They dream nigga is a nigga that ain't got good credit, stand at 6 muscular build, and with $1 million bankroll. And if you don't meet that, then you might as well go home. But what comes with that though? Let's talk about that though. Like I said, he's taking care of all the bills. By right top, he could have whooped her ass.
Dang.
I'm telling you, I'd have touched her time. No, man, I lied a couple times. Just shit, you got me fucked up. No, man. No. Hell no. Hell no, bro.
It would hurt, man. Say
I
that
don't know if I could have
hurt.
legally. I don't know legally if I could or couldn't, but I sure would have put it to the test.
Oh, you'd have been locked up because she's pregnant and you put your hands on her. Yeah, that would have been over, bro. That would have been a wrap.
No, but see that like I said, that's why them flower beds would be around the house. She gonna be she there with us forever.
But that's my whole thing. Like when I saw the video, I was like, oh nah. I said she wouldn't have made it through my front door. Tell me what you got to tell me outside. You wouldn't have never made it in my house for me to tell you to get out. Because once you would have started with I slept with, I'm pregnant, and I knew that, and I had to take it in my mind that he knew he couldn't have kids because he never said it. He just was like, how is that possible? So when you say a statement like that, that means you know by far that you can't be the one doing that.
I thought he had a vasectomy or something.
Yeah.
And then tell her. I thought he had a vasectomy and then tell her.
No, he didn't say nothing. He just said, how can that be possible? He never once verified, so I don't want to speculate, but you have
That's what I'm saying. How could that be possible? I'm like, damn, he done had a vasectomy. He ain't tell her.
Yep. And so with that, you come into the conclusion.
Sorry about that ass. Sorry about that ass. Sorry about that ass. Bro, sorry about that ass, man. I'd have to touch it, bro. I'd have to touch it, man. You say what? You done lost your damn mind. You want me to be a stepdaddy? I'm a step in your mother. No, Lord. Again, stuff to people that they know that they can and they feel that they can. So,
Yeah.
that just of it. Those kind of people, I couldn't. What you mean? Who gonna be a stepdaddy?
Right.
You finna step your ass up out here. It ain't even no argument. You done told me I really appreciate that. Now I know how you really feel. I'm gonna holler at you.
And that's the
I'm
biggest
gonna holler
thing.
at you. Bye.
Yep. And so with that one, we're coming up on the 30-minute hour. I'm gonna go to this. I'm only gonna run 2 commercials, guys, but I want to spend a lot of time on this last topic because this is kind of emotional. And I want everybody to be able to say how they feel and give their opinion about this last topic. So this is Real Talk with Jason Dixon. I hope y'all been enjoying the show. We have real conversations over here, not fake. You don't have to bite your tongue on our network. So just understand that. We'll be right back.
It's tongue teasing
and palate pleasing. The original gourmet exotic flavored pickles.
SessionLawGroup.com. That's SessionLawGroup.com. If you've been hurt in an accident, I'd like you to go to SessionLawGroup.com right now. Call Robert. He will help you take care of all of your medical bills, get your rental car, and get you paid for your pain and suffering. And there is no out-of-pocket expenses. That's SessionLawGroup.com.
Hi, Dad. This is our maker's moment, and we make it remarkable.
Oh, we dead.
Okay, guys. Okay, we are back. I hope you guys have been enjoying the show. I know we've been touching on some sensitive topics, but hey, this is Real Talk with Jason Dixon. I got my man, Mr. 21 Joe, in the building with me, and I got my man from his own show, the Woody Wood Show, Mr. Woody Wood,
Yeah.
the Southern Cheetah. So our last topic, guys, that I want to discuss, and this one is just, it hurt my heart. It hurt mine and my fiance's when I told her about it. Because she didn't even know, and I don't understand why it's not national news. I don't understand why it's not everywhere and everybody's not talking about it. So I'm hoping that we're bringing some kind of light to it. But in North Carolina, there was a second grader that was literally, they found him hung in the bathroom by a fourth grader. According to the news, the fourth grader and the second grader were in the bathroom. The school, quote unquote, says that they were playing around, joking around, and the second grader ended up hung by his jacket around his neck from a hook on the bathroom stall, which we all seen those hooks where they leave for you to hang your jackets or stuff while you go to the bathroom. So, but his jacket was literally tied around his neck and he was hung from that. If the parents got on national TV, they talked to the news in that area. They talked about how the school was blowing it off as if it was just 2 kids playing around rather than what it really was. They haven't taken one phone call from them. They've been literally ignoring them on the topic. So they went nationally. They went publicly. They went to the news. They're going to city council meetings. So I want to tell you guys, what would you have done if that was your side? What actions would you have taken? And whichever one of you guys want to start. If
Go ahead, Wood.
I think Jason, you missed out a part to what he tell the boy. He told the boy something
Oh,
before.
I'm sorry. You're right. So just to bring everybody up to speed, the little boy told his parents after he awoke in the hospital that the fourth grader told him that he was going to show him how they used to do us in the past, literally before doing this to him.
And now I react. His mama, him, everybody, the school, everybody, somebody gonna have to atone for that one. School district, from the school district and the parents. I mean, it starts somewhere for a fourth grader to try to hang a second grader and to make a comment like I'm gonna show you what they used to do to you. You say that's nah, ain't nah, I I love my kids. Everybody, I don't take me out of this one. I don't
Yeah.
like to say what I do because
The
it.
whole purpose is just a conversation. We're not talking on a bad side or a good side, but I'll let you know. I'll talk from my point of view.
Go ahead, go
It's
ahead.
nothing in that. It's nothing in the world that school could have been able to done not to see me. Because the minute I would have found out my son was safe in the hospital, I would have been that dad that would have been up to that school. The principal would have had to see me face to face. Security, I don't care. And that child that did that to my son, I would have held his ass in a classroom until his daddy or his mama or whoever they coming with come get your child. Because when you come, I can't whoop on your child, but I'm gonna beat your ass. And they gonna have to call the police. Come with your guns. Come with your uncles. Come with whoever. And that's literally where I stand, and I stand 10 toes down on it. I got 4 boys, and we lived in one of the most racist cities and states in the country. And I promise you, had that ever happen, they would have had to come see me. I would have been behind bars. Hey, like John Q did for his son, I would have been behind bars. They would have locked me up, and we would have been there. And that's how I feel. That's just where I stand. That's why I said I don't see how this isn't bigger news. It gets blown over, but that goes to show that as long as if it's not affecting or negative, then toward the agenda that they do, then we're not going to hear about it. If it wasn't for the parents taking it to their local news service, we would have never got this story.
Yeah, that's too touchy.
And that's
Right?
why I said that. And I just don't understand because you can't be mad. Well, I can be mad at the kid for executing it, but you can't be mad at the kid for doing something that he probably heard from home or probably heard from his dad. We're talking about North Carolina where damn near racism still does exist. We're talking about places like Nebraska where racism still does exist. We're talking about Mississippi where places like this, when you talk about the country, like don't talk like racism. It just went into the shadows. They move in silence because now they're public figureheads. Now they're in small towns where they probably run the police department. Like, let's be real. When I talk about movies and I talk about shows, they get this stuff from somewhere. This isn't things that somebody got that creative to create something like this. This is shit that's really happening in our society that we don't talk about. Ain't nobody, because we're so busy. We're too worried about who won the Grammys. We're too worried about who's going to the MMAs, who's going to the BET Awards. We're not talking about topics that need to be talked about. This little boy was in the 2nd grade. First of all, why is a 4th grader in the same bathroom as my 2nd grader? If you've been to any school, they are on 2 totally different sides of the hallways. Why are you over there with my 2nd grader in the first place? Where was the teachers? Where was security? Hey, I need answers. Yeah, man, they couldn't, man. I would have been in that school, gun and all. Call the police. Get the kids out of here because I'm about to shoot a principal if I got to. I'm going to shoot his teacher for letting him out to go to the bathroom without being escorting him. But what are we doing?
Yeah, Jason, you done went dirty ass. He want to see.
Hey, I got a 1st and the 2nd grader right now. Unless something happen, y'all know my fiance. She gonna be the first one shooting up the school. I'm gonna sit back. I got the bail money ready. And she a sharpshooter. So I got the bail money ready. All I can tell you, I can't stop her from doing nothing. Y'all heard her babies. It's like what my mama used to say, I can fuss at them, but you bet not.
No.
Top, I'm ready. What's yours? I'm through. I done did my rant, kinda. I'm gonna come in though.
Now, give me the basics on that again.
So basically, the little boy was found hung a second grader was hung in their bathroom stall by a fourth grader.
That's what would I do? Lord, I wouldn't respond like people might think I would. And I can also tell you, I'd had to get smashed for that. Somebody ass would have got I would have to do
Yeah, I told you.
if you hang my son at school, now somebody else is going for that one. We're gonna have fun out of that one. God gonna pray for everybody because I'm getting that ass. And see, I don't even have to hold your kid hostage or nothing. I'm just gonna follow them home. Okay, all right, whatever. But for me, man, you talking about a bunch of self-building people. Something that
Right.
we don't do.
Right.
They always building something. Every you can go through every neighborhood and find a Mexican restaurant. When they used to just be on one side, cliff over there in a straight little spot. Now they on every side of town.
Absolutely.
These are the things I say we need to be. When you start talking about the money, and again, because we was talking about it earlier, you can't just do stuff for money. You have to have a purpose. You have to have a call. What is your calling? See, what my calling is might not be your calling.
Absolutely.
What calling is might not be Woody's calling. But we do have a call when we talk about from a superior being, from a force that's above us. We do have a all out top dollar that I can reach. There is something that I can reach, but I gotta keep trying. It ain't gonna just be easy because I'm tall now. Oh, okay, you 6'3" now, reach up there and get it. That's not how it works. So I just think that we need to make sure, man. That boy hung him. See, it'd have been hell to pay if that was one of mine. That's why I'm so thankful, man. Thank you, Lord, because there's certain things that go on in society. My life would have been fucked off.
Yeah, and on top, and it's because we don't live in that age where they could have did that to us like they did Medgar Evers. We don't live in that age anymore. Like, here's the whole thing. Ain't no going to listen. To be real with you, ain't no going to court with me behind my kids. I'm a shoot you and then tell the judge I'm guilty. Go on and sentence me. Ain't no trial that we lodging out. Ain't no long driven out thing. I'm not doing that. Not when it come to my child.
That's me. Yeah,
It's no long drawn out situation. Absolutely, and that's what I mean. We live in a time now where here's the crazy part. These dudes will rob somebody or kill somebody over something $5, but when it come to your child, you ain't trying to do the same thing. Like, nigga, it's my kid. If you touch my kid, if my kid tells me that you touched him, if you did something to my child that physically harmed him, I'm coming to see you, your daddy, your mama, your grandma, your cousins. Everybody gonna have to see me. And when I'm done, the police ain't gonna worry about shooting me. I'm gonna put the gun down and I'm gonna walk out to the middle of them and I'm gonna get on my knees. When we get to court, hey, Your Honor, we ain't gotta drag this out. Don't drag the taxpayers' money. I'm guilty. I plead guilty right now. Just sentence me. I'm being real. You cannot hurt my kid. When I remember when we did this, go ahead. What were you saying?
No, you're exactly right. No, exactly right. You are exactly right. It's when you start talking about you hurting somebody's kid, what the hell? Creates a whole nother firestorm of a certain minded type of person. And that brings on a whole nother type of hatred. And wrong don't just be wrong. That's not
Absolutely.
stealing 50 cents from somebody. That's not, taking somebody's bag or purse when they ain't look. You talking about kids, man.
Hey, and we had this conversation. I don't know if y'all remember, but remember when Trayvon Martin got shot? And I said exactly this. It's no way that man would even made it to trial if that was my son. It wouldn't have been a trial for him. Fuck the police. I would have did it in the courtroom. You took my child. Hey, I'm willing to do life. I'm willing to die. Whatever needs to happen, because I ain't gonna hit nobody but him. So I ain't shooting at no cops. I ain't pointing my gun at no cop. If a cop kills me in the midst of it, hey, I die for a purpose. And I mean that. I said that when Trayvon got killed. I said that it is a thing built inside of us as protectors of our children.
And I don't understand how we letting it slip through. I
Right.
don't understand where that's at. I don't understand. I just don't understand how people expect for society to raise their kids for them. It's like you get them dressed and send them to school and they don't even know how to say their name. They don't know how to say their mama name. They don't even know their address. It was certain things we had to memorize so we could go to school.
Absolutely. You couldn't even get out that door if you didn't know what my real I tell y'all, before I made it to school, I didn't even know my mama had a last name or a first name. But the minute that she got us ready for school, we knew the first name, last name, what's your address, what's your phone number. These kids are not prepared. So I'm and even more reason why we say every day, Top, this is even more of a reason that we say we have to protect our kids. But in this situation, I'm telling you, this is on life. If I was this dude, if I was this family's best friend to his dad, I would have went and grabbed him. I would have had two niggas in the back. We going to go talk to this teacher right now. Hey, we going to this school. Let your wife deal with the baby. She got him. You know he's going to be okay. Come on. And it ain't nothing they could have did about it. Not one thing. Oh, we going to call the police. We'll call them because you're going to need them in a minute.
I don't need them for me because like you said earlier, when I grab you, I'm gonna be through them quick. Wow! When they bust in, the gun to be sitting over there. I'll be sitting there with my legs folded.
Right. Like,
what happened? He tried to get me. What happened? He tried to get me. No, what happened? He tried to get me. Jeez.
And I'm serious, man. Like, those are the things I look at. I thank God every day that my boys made it through without, now they're responsible for their own lives. They're grown, so they have to deal with their own actions, but they're still my babies. They're still my sons. And so I look at that from that point of view. But in the second grade, that little boy didn't know nothing. He probably thought that fourth grader was playing with him. But at the meanwhile, what if he had died? What would the school have said had he died from that?
Just would have had to pay more money.
Right, but money can't.
And that's the sad part about that's the sad part about what's going on. It's like they think money can just replace everything. Money
Right.
can't buy everything. Money can't life. Money can't give you morals and standards and stuff like that. And see, you can still get money. You can still have money. You can still be about that money, man. But you can have some good morals. You
Right.
can be respectful. You can be a go-getter instead of a user or a beggar. You can be a giver instead of a taker. We have choices to make. And I believe, for us, when I say for us, I mean African American.
Yes.
And I believe I'll talk about it tomorrow on my show. we just gonna have to do better, man. We gonna have to do better. This is no excuse for none of this. Ain't no excuse for none of this. None of
Absolutely.
this. None. Not zero, nothing. What the hell going on?
And that's what I wanted to talk about, because at the end of the day, like, you can't sit back and tell me that these two little boys, one, the other kid was in the fourth grade. How big was this kid that he was able to lift my son up over a hook and hang him there and leave him there? Secondly, when you found him, why didn't y'all detain the little boy? Why y'all not down at the police station? Why, I don't give a fuck if they were just playing. I had to rush my son to the hospital. I want him arrested. And then when the parents come to that police station, they better hope I'm not waiting outside for them. I want to see them pull up. I want to see you pull up to the school. I mean what I say. I'm coming to your house. Oh, you don't want to give me the address? I'm snatching files out of the school system. Like, I'm gonna figure out where you live, and if I gotta come and stock the school every time you drop your kid off, you gonna have to answer to me. And that's where, when I saw the parents, I agree with them taking it to the news and doing it the right way. Don't get me wrong, but as a dad, us old school dads, nah, baby, you take it to the news. I'll be back.
I lay, like I tell my wife all the time, I lay my suit out and everything. Dress me in this. I don't want that. I don't need none of that other shit.
Like, real talk.
Dress me in this.
Absolutely. And that's where I'm at, man. It's just, when I saw that broke my heart. That hurt me, because now we going back to where they hanging niggas, but they not hanging real niggas. They hanging little kids, and they're having their kids do it. Where are we going back to? But then you will have all these stupid people. Oh, that's because Trump's in office. No. Stop that. Stop that ignorant talk. That's something that's taught to that kid. You saying Trump went to his house and said, hang that nigga. Go hang his kid. Shut up, nigga.
Oh, shit.
That's Trump.
Like, real talk, bro. It's just you look at it from a situation, and you analyze the situation, and you say, hey, we know that racism is still here. We know that people look down on us as colored people, but also because of the fact, like a woman pointed out in another video, another podcast that I follow, she pointed out that us as blacks look down on each other too.
No shit.
We step on each other's heads. Go ahead.
That's the part that we got to work on. That's the part that we got to fix.
Yes.
Some of the things that we bring into the daylight. That's what we bring them to the table to talk about. We need these uncomfortable situations, these uncomfortable terms. We need to talk about it. Men, we need to open up a little more, but we don't need to hoe up. Nobody want to hear you crying and all that shit. Let your girl do that. But we need to do some things.
Yeah.
We really do.
We need to get out of that situation where we are the victim. No, we're not. We are the people causing it. I listened to Charleston White. He did another interview with with Club Shay Shay. And one of the things that he said was, nigga, tell me the last time. He said, I can't even remember the last time that a white man shot a nigga. He said, when I look up and when I see the news, it's niggas killing niggas. He said, he said, if it ain't a cop, if it ain't shit like that, that's the shit that make the news. So of course they're going to put that out. He said, but 85% of the time, it is us killing us over nothing. It's us killing us over $300. It's us killing us over, he stepped on my shoe. It's us killing us. But then you see a story like this little boy being hung in a bathroom that remind you that, hey, they taught us to hate us. So of course they hate us. They taught us not to like us. They taught us to separate each other. They taught us to walk separately, and that if you're darker than I am, then you're worse than I am. They taught us how to do the separation. It's a whole slave handbook. If y'all ain't read it, they had a whole slavery handbook on how to treat these niggas. And to me, they're still executing it today. To me, they're still doing it today. Try to go buy a home. And I tell people, you got to dig deep when you buying a home. Why? Because you going to get that interest rate that the handbooks say you get. But then that white dude next to you who probably got poor credit, bad everything, going to get the loan you should have got. It's little things when you go to sell your home. I tell everybody, don't go to one bank, go to 4 different banks, and then go find you a white dude or a white woman to go in and sign your name on that paperwork and watch what kind of interest rate you get when you go to sell your home, how much more value your house is worth. This is real conversation. So to see this little boy, like I said, I felt sorry for his parents. I prayed for the little boy. On his behalf, but at the end of the day, that dad shouldn't have been on that news commercial. He should have been right next to her in a jail suit talking about, yeah, I'm in here because I killed that motherfucker's daddy. I'm being real, because that's where he got it from. Either his daddy or his granddad. One of y'all niggas going to the grave.
They both would have been fucking with me.
And you ain't it. And like I said, we ain't gonna waste the taxpayers' money.
Go ahead, but that's right. But I'm a 2-piece and a pepper kind of guy.
And my thing is, we ain't gotta waste the taxpayers' money. Your Honor, I did it. The minute I go for arraignment, guilty. Let's get this on.
See me, I'm the other way. I'm laying out on the floor, having a nervous breakdown.
Hey, I don't want to go.
If it works for them, no, but if it worked for them, shit, it might work for me. Oh, fuck that.
And that's real. I accept it for whatever it is, but my respect come to you because jail's a different type of judgment system, and they gonna look at you like, oh, they fucked with your child, and that's what you in here for. You gonna get more respect than you would if you was out on the street, because you did the manly thing and stand up. And I'm not saying that I want to go to jail. I'm just saying at the end of the day, we ain't got to go through all that. Because when you come, it's gonna be you ain't got to go through the investigation, the discovery, none of that shit. Because had that little boy died, it probably would have made a bigger news announcement. But the fact that he didn't die, nobody wants to talk about
it. Fuck it. We're going to talk.
I'm just saying, I would have walked around that whole school slapping principals, teachers. Every teacher walked out that classroom. You didn't see my son? You didn't see my son? You didn't see my goddamn son? Like, every teacher would have been like, they husbands would have been up there. I'd have been.
Gotta put that bitch on lockdown. Corner from the motherfucking pool couldn't move. Don't nobody touch nothing. I ain't gonna be able to do that.
And that's just real. But y'all, we coming up on our 10 top of the hour, man. I appreciate my guest coming on with me, Mr. 214. My host with the most, Mr. Woody Wood, my host that's all comedian, all jokes he made. This a real great conversation as well. But y'all, I just want to say tonight, like, hey, we got to change in America. There's got to be some things that we start talking about. There's got to be some things that if you are a believer, if you believe in society, believe in your culture, if you believe in what you stand for, then you need to stand on that and don't change up just because you don't get the likes or you don't get the views or you don't get what everybody else is out here chasing. Because one thing I do know, and coming from where I come from, I know Mr. 214 where he come from, and I know my cousin Woody Wood where they come from. We stand 10 toes down on what we talk about. Every topic that you heard tonight, we meant what we say. There is no wishy-washy and you can put me on another show and I'm gonna go with the crowd, because nobody wants me on their show, because I'm gonna come with it the way I come with it, all the way from the from the OnlyFans down to what you just heard about the kid being hung in the bathroom, man. These are topics that they are literally not talking about because they don't want you people to stand up. They don't want us to be a better person. But here on Real Talk with Jason Dixon. We're going to talk about things. If you follow me on Facebook, you understand that I push limits. I push the topics that most people don't want to talk about, because everything that the media tell you is right ain't right. So stop playing like it's right. It's time. 2025, it's time for us to stand up and dictate which way we want to go, dictate our delivery, and dictate on how we're going to execute. And if you don't stand that way, you best move out my way, move out my team's way. Over here at Nostalgic, we are only talking real, bringing back real music, bringing back real things that made our communities better. You don't see our shows talk about a bunch of nonsense or talk about who's sleeping with who. I don't care about none of that. On Real Talk with Jason Dixon, we talk about what needs to be discussed in our communities and how we're going to make a change. So if y'all like the show tonight, we really do appreciate it. Top, you know, it's your time, it's your spotlight to close us out.
Everybody that came and listening to Nostalgic Radio. And if you haven't already, y'all check it out. Log on to it, check it out. Tell us what you think. Leave a comment, you know, and we appreciate all of the support, man. And Wood, man, I appreciate you coming on, man. You know, it's always good when you're in the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? So, y'all stay blessed, because y'all know Jesus got me spoiled, and I'm highly favored, man. From Lonnie B and Late George, boy. Peace. Next time.
LOSbeats.com.
Suppress my feelings, I'd rather y'all kill me so I can shout to the heavens till one of them angels hit me. When you standing on the top, all you can do is look down, but I'm on the ground looking up, so all I can do now is push. Yeah, I gotta hustle, I gotta grind, I gotta struggle through the labyrinth of life, and every turn is a new puzzle. So I'm looking to these heavens, yeah, they help me, but they offer no rebuttal. So I push, I gotta hustle, I gotta struggle through this labyrinth of life, and every turn is a new puzzle. So I'm looking to these heavens, yeah, they help me, but they offer no rebuttal. So I say, air do wanna make moves. Hot-headed niggas wearing ice just to keep cool. The niggas that can't fight keep tools. You gotta keep one too. For the fact anybody could try you, I said that anything can happen, could be gone in a minute. So from dusk till dawn, put on until I'm finished. I'm striding through life like a nigga long-winded, never sprinting, searching for that meal ticket. I ain't trying to miss it, cause life's real, and it always gave me chills. But as you get older, it gets colder. I got this knife in my back with the devil on my shoulder. I'm waiting for my angel to guide me right on the other, but he never showed up, and I'm tired of looking over and my chest blown out. The cold got my heart iced over. Emotions keep you from progress. I'm focused on getting closer. I'm that kid wondering where they say he not supposed to, so I push. Yeah, I gotta hustle, I gotta grind, I gotta struggle through the labyrinth of life, and every turn is a new puzzle. So I'm looking to these heavens, yeah, they help me, but they offer no rebuttal. So I push, I gotta hustle, I gotta grind, I gotta struggle through this labyrinth of life, and every turn is a new puzzle. So I'm looking to these heavens, yeah, they help me, but they offer no rebuttal. So I feel hoping music could be his 4-leaf clover. Body high, but his spirit so sober, cause he